Hey guys, it's coffee time, and I just got home. I didn't have time to do a video this morning because I had to get up very early, so it didn't end up happening, but I'm really excited to be having coffee in the evening because I had a long day of no coffee. My soul was sucked out. It was terrible. Couldn't handle it. But I was giggling all day because you know how when you wake up really late, you end up putting on clothes that don't necessarily go together, but you're like, they're comfy and I'm in a rush, so I'm just gonna leave. So I ended up doing two huge fashion faux pas, which I don't care about, but people really enjoy pointing out to you sometimes. I wore socks with sandals, the most comfortable thing ever, but also something that a lot of times people will be pretty vocal about hating. And I wore blue with black, another thing that people are typically like, why do you do that? Blue and black and brown and black. Combinations that people find disgusting in clothing. And I go, I'm confused because I feel like they go together, like in nature, so why can't they go together in clothing? And honestly, if I put an outfit on, look in the mirror and go, oh, these are colors that technically don't go together, but I'm really comfortable. In the mental scale, I'm going to end up picking the comfortable thing rather than well, I could spend some time changing so that nobody mocks me. But why? Why when you could be wearing something awesome in terms of comfort and then, have a few conversations going with somebody who's pretty petty about clothes. I feel like that's all right. Then you get to, discuss theology about clothing and maybe theology is the wrong word. Philosophy. Let's go with that. I was willing to kind of roll with it and be like, the gods of clothing and spirituality involving clothing. And aren't you glad I backed up? Yeah. So it was pretty good. I feel like, I've always been more of a as long as I'm comfortable, I don't really care type of person. But I feel like my skills involving waking up super late and then just kind of taking a quick shower and throwing on whatever looks comfy to me at the time and then leaving was kind of perfected in college. Because in college, especially when I lived alone for a really long time, and when I lived alone, a lot of the time it was, I would wake up and I would look at the clock and go, okay, well, I'm 5 minutes from school. So technically, as long as I wake up 15 minutes before I need to be there, I can take a 5-minute shower, get dressed in 5 minutes, and then leave. And that would be my morning. So I perfected the art of waking up, running into the shower, showering, running out, and then just grabbing clothes and putting them on and going, I'm comfy, and leaving, which typically would be, like jeans and a t-shirt and a sweatshirt, standard fare. But sometimes it wound up being really strange combinations of clothes, and people would be like, wow, you're so quirky and eclectic. And I'd be like, no, I'm not. I'm just lazy. It's a bad thing to mistake in a person, but I'm willing to accept this awkward artistic label that you're trying to give me. There are other things that I perfected in college, like sleeping in class. My parents are watching this right now going, but seriously, like, when I had, like, French classes at 8 in the morning, typically I wake up at 7, but I'm still just not wanting to be in class at 8. So I perfected this one, where you're leaning, well, no, you would be leaning on your non-dominant hand and watching, and if they're, like, really into something, you lean just so that you're, like, slightly behind somebody, and then you, like, close your eyes, but you still listen just in case they take a pause, because if they pause, there's a possibility they're talking to you. So you'd be, like, hanging out, and then, like, they stop talking, and you open your eyes a little bit, be like, nope, not talking to me. All right. Nope, not talking to me. It was good. It was good times. Because in high school, I did the really blatant, like, just, like, face planted on my desk. And my old math teacher would, like, smack my desk with the ruler and be like, do you want detention? Like, no, I just want to sleep. And I don't like math. I like math. I'm just sucky at it. There's a difference, I feel like. So, yeah. Reasons that I'm a bad influence. Don't follow fashion laws. And I sleep in class. And I wake up late. Well, wake up late. I wake up when I need to be somewhere. I typically will wake up. I'll lay in bed until like the last possible minute. And sometimes I won't set an alarm for myself, and then I'll wake up and go, oops. So there's that. Because normally I wake up, like I said, I normally wake up around like 7. But sometimes, you know, you weren't able to sleep, or you had to finish that last episode of Family Guy, or, you know, and then you go to bed and you wake up around 7 because your clock is, you know, set to that time, and you're like, well, I don't have to be anywhere until 8, so I can sleep for another half hour, and then you don't actually like set your clock, and you end up sleeping, you know, 45 minutes instead of the half hour, and you needed those 15 minutes to drive and still get there on time, so then you're like, well, I'm going to be late anyway, and then you take your time, like, getting dressed and taking a shower, and then by the time you get there, you're just, like, super late, but at least, you know, you were going to be late anyway, so you might as well be late and clean. My life, in a nutshell. Things that I do that people should not do. Yeah. That's the real reason that I started this channel, was to showcase all of the ways that you can be a better person than me. You can not harass women who are trying to sell free $5 paring knives, and, you know, so many things in life. Take my advice. Don't make my mistakes, etc., etc. Yeah, this coffee's working. I'm glad, because I'm exhausted right now, if you can't tell. And on that note, I will leave you. I will leave you, and I will try to play stacking. But it was awesome talking to you. So, thanks. I'll talk to you guys again tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye.